What is up, everyone on YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis XLR8, coming at you with the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days we duel a different deck every day. We're just looking at some good old-fashioned Gravekeepers today. It's a fun little old anti-meta deck where we're trying to lock out our opponent's grave, their extra deck, their special summons in general. All the kit and caboodle. We'll have ourselves a good old time with today's deck. And of course, I'm going to give a shout-out for today. Today's shout-out is going to go to Monster Sack Gaming MSG, who used to go by Gravekeeper's Servant. So thanks to him for being a long-time sub, and I hope he enjoys seeing Gravekeepers back at it again. So let's go ahead and get ourselves started and have ourselves a good time with this deck today. Alright, our first opponent. We're kind of a go first or die sort of deck today, I'm not going to lie. Gravekeepers really like to go first and just lock the opponent out of stuff. This opening hand's alright. It could be better, but it could be worse. I got Nectar Valley, so no graveyard shenanigans for this guy. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and deck thin. I'm going to go ahead and get my last Nectar Valley just because I can. And my opponent immediately surrenders. Come on, man. Okay, yeah, you know, that sometimes that does happen. Your opponent sees you playing Nectar Valley and Gravekeepers, and they're like, oh, I need the graveyard. That's the thing about Nectar Valley. It stops graveyard shenanigans. So I won't count that as a win because my opponent never did anything. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and go to an actual first duel and get some better back and forth. Alright, the actual first opponent didn't win rock, paper, scissors. Not necessarily good. Although this isn't necessarily a good hand. Where's all my draws? Where's all my search? Sometimes it happens, man. But, you know, at least I got Spy. If you have nothing else, if you're not able to do the lockdown, if you're not able to do all the other cool stuff, at least if you have Spy, you'll be alright. Because basically what Spy does is when he's flipped, you can summon a Gravekeeper from your deck. It has to be one with 1500 or less attack. But that's most of the relevant ones anyway. Especially because you can get Nobleman. And Nobleman lets you set a new Spy when it's destroyed. So you get this circular motion where you just keep setting monsters and keeping yourself alive. We're up against Burning Abyss with a cat. Okay. Are these guys beasts? No, they're not. Oh, but this, does that protect? Yeah, that'll protect that. Okay, I was wondering. Because I know Burning Abyss boys blow up this non-Burning Abyss boys, so. Pero Cerberus, interesting tech. Very interesting tech. Alright. Because, yeah, basically, if he takes damage, he's going to make it so... what was it? He gets to pop a card. It could be any card. However, if I get Nectar Valley up, this will mean nothing. Because he won't be able to banish cards if I get Nectar Valley up. Interesting. He's got to go for some sort of synchro action? Xyz action. No. Good old Dante. I was like, okay, there's a tuner. No, okay. So I'm going to go ahead. I think he's just going to keep going. No? Borrowload. Alright. Well, that's slightly annoying, not going to lie. I mean, I've got outs to that. Not many, but I've got them. Let's see. Let's go ahead and start with our Commandant. Get ourselves Field Spell. And we'll set that up so we have it on the board. Let me think about this. I need to make it more than 3,000. That's the thing. We're going to try this. Spiritualist lets us fuse. Well, we have Necro Valley on the board. I've got Chief. I don't have the bigger dude, but I've got a dude. Ah, Effect Veiler. You rat. That was kind of my play, my dude. Alright, well, we're just going to have to survive off that then. We got Effect Veiler. And unfortunately, I didn't have my Call by the Grave to stop it. It's sad but true. Sad but true, alright. So he's got this Borrowload Dragon. It's going to keep weakening my Spiritualist, which is rather obnoxious, not going to lie. Okay, so he can target a Burning Abyss. But he can't because of Necro Valley. He forgot. He can't get things from the grave. He can't banish from the grave. He can send things to the grave, but he can't remove them from the grave in any way. It's a pretty nasty card, not gonna lie. And I've got Headman. Headman lets us revive, and he's not affected by Necro Valley. It's a very key thing in newer support for Gravekeepers, is that they are not affected by the Necro Valley. So I'm going to go... Oh, Quintet Magician. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have 5 materials, but let me think. 28. Let's see. 2025. I'm gonna go for Quintet Magician because I freaking can. You know, just sometimes, guys, I've got to do it. I'm gonna summon Quintet Magician. He doesn't have all of his effects or nothing, but he's a 4,500 beat stick. How is he gonna get over that with one card? I don't think he can. And he can't be targeted or tributed either. Well, he can't be targeted. He can't be destroyed. So that's good enough. So I got a 4K beat stick. 4K. That's what I said. 4K beat stick. That's why I run Quintet Magician. You know, I can summon it off of my Spiritualist. But also, what I can do is if I'm having a bad time and Necro Valley's not around, I have Magicalized Fusion. That's a target a face-up monster. Break Sword. But I cannot be destroyed by card effects. Yeah, so you just popped yourself. Although, yeah, none of that'll work. Alright, and my opponent surrenders because he made a critical misplay. Yeah, so that's sometimes what you gotta do, guys. Just go for big beat stick. You know, if you can't lock down, go for big beat stick. Alright, so I won't count that one. So let's go for duel number 2. And let's get some actual Gravekeeper lockdown shenanigans going. I want to see some of that. Alright, Tiara, second opponent of the day. Going first once again. That's where we want to go. Not a bad hand. Could be better, but I've got this. This is Throne of Necro Valley. Lets me add a Gravekeeper. And I want my Spiritualist again. Because I want to summon the boss. And I've got Oracle. Oracle's nice for tributes, but its main job in here is to just make our Esper as big as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and Spiritualist. I'm going to bring out Esper using these two. And then this guy will become 3,900. That's pretty dang big. So now I'm going to, as you see, I activate Esper. End phase, Esper searches a Necro Valley or a Gravekeeper card. And I'm going to search out the Hidden Temples. Basically what the idea of the deck is, if you can get it all going right, is if you get a Gravekeeper, Necro Valley, and this on the board, your opponent can't special summon anything. So, it's like our most powerful play. It's unfortunate this guy searches end phase, but honestly it was kind of necessary. Because if you didn't have that, then this would be too powerful a combo. Because then you could just lock your opponent out of special summoning, period. And it would be way too easy to set up. So, we're up against some form of level 8 deck. Is it Photons? Is it Blue Eyes? It could be a lot of things. No, it is Dangers. Ouch. But he can't pop my field spell. He made a mistake. This protects the field spell. That's why it's there. He should have popped Supernaturalist. He does not have protection, it's sad to say. But, yeah, he just tried to blow me up, but he made the wrong move. Alright, Darklords. Interesting. He's not going to be able to revive that Superbia, though. No revival, so long as Necro Valley. You know, once you're in the what do you call it? The Valley of the Kings. That was it. Once you're in the Valley of the Kings, you don't come out of the Valley of the Kings. He also can't use his effects to, you know, return his cards to the deck and, you know, reuse their effects. So, really, this is another case of Necro Valley just stopping our opponent from doing stuff. What can I say? I like it when I get to stop my opponent from doing the stuff. Okay, so he's got Nastin, and he's going to go ahead and discard a couple more cards. He's going to get that out. He still can't use his effect, though. He can't use it because of Necro Valley. Nobody reads it, man. You can't move cards. Anything that changes types or attributes? No. Anything that puts things back into the deck? No. You're not allowed. That's how it works, my friend. And my opponent surrenders. So there's another case of, you know, modern decks, they like to use the graveyard. And we're like, no, you're not allowed. So that's basically how you're going to win with, you know, Gravekeepers most of the time, is just lock out the graveyard. So let's go for duel number 3 and continue to do so. Alrighty, wait, we're on the third opponent? Yeah, that's right, third opponent. First guy didn't count. Right. Okay. So, we're up against Master Rule 5. I do not care, whatever. I don't care. I mean, I kind of care in the sense that I don't have my, I don't have my field spell. Dark Sanctuary. Interesting. Does not prevent the tab, blah, 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 special summon it as a monster. Okay. So, a nice thing I should be able to do is if I get my field spell going, and I get all my lockdown going, is that I'll be able to stop him from summoning the spirit boards as monsters. That way, if he decides to, like, set a board and set something else, then he won't be able to finish up his D-board combo. Destiny Bordeaux. One of those OTKs, or not an OTK, but, you know, one of those win conditions you don't get to see very often. It's actually rather cool, not gonna lie. I'm gonna set this. This is my Imperial Tomb. It's my best negation, but I need the field spell to make it work. It's sad but true. I'm gonna summon the Nobleman. When he's destroyed, I can set a new Gravekeeper from my deck. So I'm just gonna attack with it and see what happens. I mean, I might take some damage. I might not take damage. That's the cool thing about Dark Sanctuary. I'll either take the damage, or I'll get lanterned. Okay. Might still take damage. No, I'll just get my attack negated. It's fine. So, this is some sort of weird... Maybe it's just Ghostricks playing Sanctuary as a tech option. Could be. Could be. Not gonna lie. It could be. That's the thing about YGO Pro. You'll never know what you're up against. Sometimes you're up against weird jank like this. Sometimes you're up against meta stuff. You know, Gravekeepers can work against both. We just need that darn field spell. And where the heck is it? You know, I've got 3 commandants to search it. I got terraforming. I even got metaverse. Okay, so where the heck is it? It should be right here in my hand. I should be locking my opponent out. He's got the mummy. Which mummy, you ask? Well, it's the original mummy, of course. That was the good one. I don't know about that sequel. Ugh. But regardless, he's got Alucardo. So he's going to blow up my set card. Ouch. I liked that card. That card was cool and tough and cool. And he just destroyed it. Well, this is fine. Like I said, Nobleman's going to get us a card. Is that once per turn? Yes, it is. I was about to say, if that wasn't once per turn, it'd be rather obnoxious. Now he's going to go for Angel of Mischief. Oh, man, I'm actually rooting for this guy for one, you know? A little bit. You know, because he might actually attempt to do the, he's going to do the win condition of Mischief. Basically, what he can do is, once per turn, he can attach a material to this if it's a Ghostrick card. And then, what was it? Yeah, if he gets 10 onto it, he wins. That's how it works. Why is that in effect? But it is. Let's see, add a Ghostrick. You can attach a Ghostrick card as material. That's probably his Ghostrick go round. Okay, so I'm going to take a smidge of damage, but that's fine, like I said. Nobleman will go off. Yep, Nobleman goes off. I'm going to set me a spy. Yeah, I'm going to set a spy. Spy is the best option. In fact, I've already got in my head what I'm going to do. I got an idea. So, it's going to be... What are we going to do? We're going to attach a thing. You're going to set another card? No, he's just going to flip that down. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's totally radical, gnarly dude. Okay, so flip Spy. Spy summons another monster. And we want to summon Recruiter. So Recruiter here, when he leaves the board, I get to add a Gravekeeper. So I'm going to go for Wee Witch. And I'm going to go ahead and do that thing I just said I would do. So I'm going to search Commandant. So then Commandant, I'm going to discard, add my field spell. There you go. There's Nekruvali. So I'm going to activate that. My monsters will now become much bigger. I'm going to summon out Spiritualist. And fuse with it. I don't have the best target for Esper, but it's a target for Esper I have. And then Ghostrick go round. He gets to target a Ghostrick. And what was it? He gets to, like, flip this face up and flip this face down. So I'm not going to play Hidden Temples just yet. I will at some point, but not just yet. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the battle phase. Let's hit the lantern. Maybe. He's got that sanctuary still. I might be taking effect damage. Not going to lie, I might do it. So yeah, that goes face up, and I go face down. And I took the damage. Shoot. Okay. It's fine, because even if he attacks into this, I'll gain the 500 points back. And I'll be good. And I still get that search. So, what do I want? I'm going to get Throne. That way I can thin the deck a little bit more. It's an interesting back and forth we got, because he can keep flipping me face down. But if I get another big monster on board, it won't matter as much. I just need to worry about Sanctuary. Because I'm slowly getting whittled down by that. I got to get rid of this Angel as soon as possible. Nice thing about Apprentice. Well, Apprentice won't work because, obviously, Necro Valley's on the board. But I've got it anyway. And this card is, let's see. You can target a ghost trip at the graveyard, set it, change face up monsters face down. Fascinating. He's playing Ghostricks rather well, I'm not going to lie. He is playing them quite well. Question is, yeah, you can't change. Yeah, the thing is, Fairy won't work in this situation because he can't move where the Ghostricks are. So while he has Ghostrick go round to keep flipping me face down, he can't do much more than that. And I've still got my Imperial Tomb, so that way I can negate cards. Spell, trap, or monster effect. Yes, sir. What did he just attack? Did he attack my Supernaturalist? I don't know. He might have. I mean, I thought he was attacking my Wee Witch. No, he attacked Spiritualist, so he's taking damage. Because he forgot Wee Witch is boosting me, and the field spell boosts me too. So I'm bigger than he is. I am, like, way bigger, dude. Thank you. So, what is he going to do now? He's probably just going to flip these face down, I'd imagine. He might also, I don't know, maybe he could link them away or something. Not too many link monsters he'd want to do, but there's some. There are a handful. Let's see. Alright, now it's our turn. Very nice. Hey, Magicalized Fusion. That would be nice if I didn't have the field spell. Maybe in the future if I have another field spell I could do it. How many different names do I have? 1, 2, 3. I have 5. Okay, I got an idea. This is a really dumb idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. Watch this. So, first off, go for Commanded. We're going to dump him. Get this. That is step number 1. Step number 2. Set Necro Valley. Next, activate Magical Fusion. I probably shouldn't have put it there because impermanence, but whatever. Doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 different names. I get out Quintet Magician, and I get to nuke his board. Because I used 5 different monsters, I can destroy everything he's got. I mean, he can flip me, but I don't care. I don't really care. He can flip me. He's losing his entire board. I don't care. He blows everything. Also, I can flip summon this. So, there you go. This is why Quintet's in the deck. What can I tell you? And my opponent surrenders right before I'm clicking my Hidden Temples. Well, there you go. My opponent, he put up a really good fight. He was playing his Ghostricks really well, actually, so I applaud him for that. Very nice, very well played. Good on you for playing Ghostricks when it's not Halloween. So let's go for our 4th opponent, and maybe I'll do some bonus duels as well. We'll see how it goes. Alright, yeah, our 4th and final opponent. Unless I decide to do that bonus duel, I might still do that. You know, usually when the duels are, the day is long, I don't do a bonus duel, but we'll see how it goes. We're up against Magician Girls? Or is this a weird version of Dark Magician? Could be either. Could be both. Who knows? Alright, so he's got some set cards. Don't really appreciate set cards, not gonna lie. Alrighty. So, what I want to do, start off with terraforming, bait out Ash Blossoms. I mean, with only one card in his hand, the odds of it being Ash Blossom, rather low. But I've got Nectar Valley. I'm going to set Metaverse. And I'm going to set the Imperial Tombs. And I'm going to go ahead and activate my throne and search another dude. I figure I might as well get the big guy out of my deck. I'll use him as fusion material. That way my Esper will be huge. I know he's called, like, Spiritualist now, but I still like to call him Esper. What can I say? It's a cooler name. What do you got? Solemn Strike. You butt. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. No fusion for... At least I don't have to worry about drawing into Oracle. Oracle's nice and all if you have a big board and you need to tribute them away for whatever reason. But not a card you usually want to draw into, which is why I searched it. Let's see. All set monsters. I don't have any set monsters. I'm going to go ahead and Metaverse, though, and I'm going to get this to my hand. Might as well deck them while we're waiting. Thing about magical girls is that they're battle-focused. So it's going to be a little annoying to get around these. Just because, like, if I attack him, he gets to... Oh, wait, no. No, because I have Necro Valley. So he can't summon the monsters from his graveyard. So that's a good thing. Alright. Level 4 Gravekeeper. You are level 4 Gravekeeper. Go for Headman. Headman is going to go ahead and bring back the Fusion Girl. Unless we get hit with another Solemn. In the exact same place. But you know what? Screw you. Not this time. If you want to keep negating me, I'm going to have to make you use up more of your negates. What is this? Ah, Shut Line. I remember when that card first came out, people were worried about it, and it never did anything. Well, okay. Gonna have to go one more turn. This guy is all about, like, negates and junk. I mean, I'm about the lockdown, I understand that, but at the same time, I don't have that many negates. Like, I've got the Imperial Tomb, and then I got, like, one Solemn, and that's, like, it. So, I'm going to be very low on the life points, not going to lie, but he still can't summon... Yeah, this is from the hand, this is from the graveyard. So, this one's more dangerous to me than this one. You know, so if I can just get rid of that, I should be good. If I can make him stop negating everything I do, I'll be good. Nobleman, Nobleman. Let's start with our commandant. He's 2,100 points of beat stick. Might as well attack the Magician Girl, because it can't do its effect anymore. Necro Valley says, no, my friend. Your little ladies can't do what they were meant to do. Although, admittedly, I probably should have attacked Apple, but I figure, you know, I'll get rid of the thing that lets him, you know, draw and junk. So, let's go ahead and end our turn. Let's see what he does. Remember, this only works if I attack him. So, Foolish Burial, interesting choice. What are you dumping? Another Magician Girl? Dark Magician Girl, of course. Set your boss monster to the grave. If you can really call it a boss monster, it doesn't even really work for your own archetype. I'm gonna set this. Let's go ahead and attack Apple. Because, like I said, it only works to summon a monster from his hand. So this does nothing. It's an interesting day. We've been running up against a lot of weird decks. Target 3, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that doesn't work, my friend. No, no, and no. See, this is what I've been talking about. Necro Valley stops a lot of decks, you know, when they, you know, because so many decks, they use cards in the graveyard. It's just, it's the new way of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! It's been that way for many years. I shouldn't even call it new. He's got Kiwi, and that lets him boost his monster, I think. And then if this is attack, you can summon from the deck. Ugh. Let's see. Change this card's battle position, summon a Magician Girl from the deck except for itself. Okay. That's rather obnoxious, not gonna lie. All monsters opponent currently controls whose attack and defense, but I gotta get rid of these first before I can do that. Starting to kind of wish I'd run Gravekeeper's Descendant just to pop things, but I didn't think it would be useful in this sort of deck, but apparently I was wrong. Basically, Descendant lets you, tribute a Gravekeeper to pop a card. I believe it's only monsters, but it might be... No, I'm pretty sure it's both. Pretty sure it's both. So, it's really going to depend on what he does. He's got Kiwi, which is like, I believe it's 3... You can discard it, and it's like 300 points for every Magician Girl. Well, I think it has to be different names, but I don't know. Either way, it wouldn't be that big. So, Dark Magician Girl is its own archetype. Magician Girl is its own archetype. But these all have synergy with each other. It's kind of like a Mech Knight thing. It's like Mech Knights and Orcust. So, my opponent doesn't know what he's doing. I don't think he knows what to do. He's like, I could Kiwi, but I might not want to. Here's the thing. His deck is all about me attacking him, not the other way around. I mean, he had his way with me for a bit. But here's the thing. That's only because he kept negating my stuff. If it wasn't for that, I would be laying into him. But such is life. Such is the way of things. Opponent advantage card effect that targets this card, attacks this card for attack, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so if I target this with anything, then he gets a Magician Girl. Which could be many a thing. But it looks like he's about to run out of time. You better do something, my friend. You're almost out of time. I'd rather not win a card game like this way, But it does count. So there's another win against Magician Girls. You know what? Let's go do that bonus duel. I feel like y'all deserve a bonus duel after this. Let's go ahead for bonus duel territory. Alright, the other 5th bonus duel. Let's see what we get. It's been a pretty good day. We got some wins. Granted, I haven't played anything like meta or nothing, which is unfortunate. Because I'd like to go up against meta things when I'm playing an anti-meta deck, let me tell you. But that's just the thing about YGO Pro, You never know what you're going to find. I mean, I just went up against freaking, Dark Magician Girls. So it's like, when are you going to see that at locals? Answer, never. Here you can see literally anything. We appear to be up against a Dark Magician. Apparently he's come to avenge the Magician Girls. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, if I'd gone first, I would have had a much better time of it, because I could have just, locked him out of a lot of stuff. I could have locked him out of things and stuff. From the grave, yeah. Yeah, I could have stopped him from summoning the dank old magician, that's for sure. We'll see if I can stop him from doing future plays. I mean, if he's got, like, Eternal Soul, I can stop that with Necro Valley. Such is the way of things. For whatever reason, he only has a 6-card extra deck. I'm really weirded out by that. I mean, maybe he has 3 Dragoons or something. That would be rather obnoxious. Although, it's another weird thing. Like, Dragoon has been this really obnoxious card, but I haven't seen it in a while. It's very strange. I see plenty of other stuff, but I've not seen Dragoon Turbo as often. So, sign of better times, maybe? See, he's gonna put Eternal Soul on top, and then he's gonna set it again. That's what he does. That's what the faithful... This thing really needed a stricter clause to it. It really did. It really did. Okay, so he's got the Eternal Soul. At least that's all he's got. I mean, that's fine. I can deal with Eternal Soul just fine. I mean, I've got Gravekeeper's Commanded. Even if he Ash Blossoms me, I'm fine, because I've got another one. Yep. So I'm going to get that out, and I'm going to get this out. Added myself another Gravekeeper. Go ahead and negate it, my dude. I'll be fine, thank you. Get Spiritualist, very nice. Go ahead and activate the field spell. Now your graveyard is all mine, thank you. You're not allowed to have it. Actually, saying that reminds me of a Ojama card. Anybody ever hear of Ojama Mandala? It's a card from the anime, and it, like, switches the graveyard. No, wait. I'm thinking of a different card. There was a lot of weird GX cards that were for Ojamas, so... I'm thinking of one of those. But regardless, I've got Esper. I'll go ahead and use Esper's effect. Might as well. Don't really have a reason not to do it. Basically, right now, he's thinking of whether he wants to play his Eternal Soul or not. He does not. So I'm going to set a couple of things. I might as well go and attack this, even though he probably he might have the girl. There's a chance of that. We'll see how it goes. No, he did not. Interesting. So now he's got a whole mess of not much. And I am going to search the... Well, actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to add another negation. I could go for the lockdown, but I'm going to go ahead and go for the negation. I just feel like it's a little safer at this point. So yeah, he's getting its Eternal Soul. So he's going to attempt a special summon, but he can't because, like I said, Necro Valley says no graveyard. What was the Ojama card that lets you... There's an Ojama card in the anime. I don't remember what it's called, but it lets you switch graveyards with your opponent. It's kind of a weird thing, but it exists. It's certainly one of those things that exists, let me tell you. Alright, so he gets the Rod. The Rod searches the cycle. The Great Circle of Life. Yes, sir, it does. I'll probably negate the circle, though, because I really don't want him to have that. That's just gonna, that's more trouble for me than it's worth. Plus, I've got my Solemn Johnson to stop his summoning of things, so... No, wait, that won't work, because Eternal Soul. But, whatever. I mean, even if he summons a Dark Magician from his hand, what's it gonna do? My monster's bigger than Dark Magician. I mean, unless he actually had Dark Magic attack right now, it wouldn't do him any good. I don't think he understands that he can't summon this from his graveyard. I don't think that's quite clicked just yet. Clearly, we're up against a newer player. He doesn't understand why his plays are not working. Alright, so now it's our turn. I'm gonna set this and normal summon this. No, sir, why would I even want to negate that? Why would you negate your own summon? That's a weird thing. That is weird. Ooh. Critical decision. No. I don't have to do it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Set this, and let's go for battle phase. It's a thing. Solemn Judgment. Pay half your life points, negate pretty much anything. Anything except monster effects. Because back when this thing was made, there weren't many monster effects you needed to worry about, really. Not many. Most monsters were normally monsters back in the day. Those with effects had janky effects. So, dude, you can't summon from the grave. You don't understand. You're not comprehending. Alright. Let's go for end phase. I'm going to go ahead and get that search. I could just get another one of those, but you know what? I'm going to get the thing that stops him from just ever having hope. No hope for you, my friend. I'm sorry to say, but no hope for you. Speaking of hope, I am hoping... I gotta start like a Discord or something. I want to put like a whole bunch of my old sleeves up on a Discord or something. But, oh wait, I just realized Call by the Grave doesn't work in this situation. I can't actually do it, man. I was like, hey, I'll just set this card, and then I can banish a card. But now I'm like, no, I can't. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep stopping his circles, because that's just stuff I don't want him to do. Yeah, what was the dog about? Yeah. I want to put, like, my sleeves up on a Discord so everyone can use them. Like, I have a bunch of sleeves I've deleted, sadly, but I still have plenty. So, summon Dark Magician from hand or grave. Do you have one in your hand? That's the question. You do not. Why does nobody read? I don't know. But regardless, there's a win against a very fresh-faced Dark Magician player, it has to be said. But let's go ahead into the end phase now. I think we've seen enough of Gravekeepers and their Necro Valley shenanigans. Alright, Gravekeepers did just fine. We got ourselves a perfect record. Granted, not against anything meta or anything, but honestly, in a meta situation, like against, like, heroes or something, Necro Valley works just fine. Lock out the graveyard, no malicious, no, well, mist works, but a lot of things won't work. So, in the right situation, Necro Valley locks out a whole bunch of different decks. If we get all the stuff, then we lock our opponent out of everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's deck. Smash like for Malefic Stardust, who never made an appearance. Did he? I don't remember. It's been a long day for me. But regardless, go ahead and say thank you for watching. Tomorrow, I've got another deck suggestion, and it's going to be Magnet Warriors, so I'm going to be doing that. Stay frosty, everybody. Your boy Memphis is signing out and twisting his tongue. So I'll see you guys next time. Take care.